All right, here we are at Camp Gonnagetcha. I'm now in my Eclipsion gear. I forewent the gauntlets, but I may wear them later. I did a couple of sound checks, and things should be pretty well balanced out at this point, but I'm not entirely certain they are. So if this doesn't work, then I will probably just um, show the footage and talk you through it like I did that one day at the Daily Boss. Um, is there even anything going on? Looks like there's a few people here, but not much is happening. Tell you what, I'm here to rank up my healing. And I don't think that's going to happen very easily. Because a lot of people don't seem to need any healing. Um, and and the enemies here, they're good enemies. They're scaled. Um, but I don't know. I just I guess I'm just not feeling it tonight. I do want to show you a bit of stuff, but I'm not exactly sure what. So, uh, my thoughts are this. I'm going to let Connor play for a bit. I don't know if he's going to want to play on my character or his. Um, I will say, Justinius has a couple of new looks. Clay may play soon. Um, and each he and Connor have a look. And I'm looking forward to seeing how Connor's videos turn out because he is actually a very interesting and sweet guy. Um, like I said before, he's a little bit younger, so he does lisp a bit at times. He does have some sort of childish qualities. Now, keep in mind, he has actually lived for a considerable amount of time. He has, you know, been around for over 18 years. So he's not actually a child in some ways, but his identity is that of a child. So it's kind of a complex thing where he has wisdom that surpasses mine. He has 7 years of college education on top of advanced high school courses. He's, I think, the only other identity that knows everything I know. Um, but I'm not sure how this is going to manifest in the process of making a video. He has been able to fake being me several times without a problem, but I would like for him to be able to be himself, and I don't really have a problem in this context of him, being himself in public, so to speak. In this context, he is not actually in danger from anyone. And I think that's the main thing is that all of my alters, we protect each other. We do our best to be kind to one another, to work together, to, you know, ensure that each other's needs are met. And that includes safety. So if I'm driving, which I don't drive anymore because I'm blind in one eye and I have no depth perception, or at least very limited depth perception. Um, but used to be. If I was driving, Connor can drive because he has that skill, but colors are brighter to him. lines are clearer. Like his eyesight is actually better than mine. Um, and that may have to do with the nerves and muscles in the irises. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but like I would need new glasses before he would. Um, so that's an odd thing about dissociative identities. We do have different things, and it's a known fact. It's been proven in more than one scientific study that one alter may not be diabetic while another alter is. So when the person, quote unquote, switches personalities, I'm saying personalities in quotes because it's technically a personality is part of an identity, not the identity, which is why they changed the terminology from multiple personalities to dissociated identities. Anyways, my point is that when someone switches from one mindset to another, one person to another in their head, they become that person, and that person has different qualities. So one may have an allergy to cats while another one does not. One may be diabetic while the other one is not. It seems that a lot of this has to do with glands, immune responses, and the nervous system and its effect on the body. So I don't think, at least to my knowledge, there's no case in which, like for instance, if someone has a virus that for now we cannot get rid of, or cancer, or something like that, then those things don't go away when you switch personalities. It is that things where your nervous system can affect your body. Your nervous system controls your endocrine system, your glands, your muscles. So your muscle memory. There are so many different things that change, but they're all related to the nervous system, the immune system, and things like that, not to the actual content of chemicals or tumors or foreign genetic material in the body. So I just wanted to clarify, switching identities does not, get rid of something like HIV, but it can, in some cases, get rid of diabetes. Now, it comes right back when you switch back to the identity that has diabetes in the first place. Um, anyways, so so there is a scientific precedent for there being a very possible way, and it not just being sensory perception, so to speak, that Connor has actually better eyesight than mine. Uh, oh yes, I was talking about driving. Connor shouldn't drive because he can be distracted very easily. His perception of his surroundings is different. He perceives the world differently than I do. So he doesn't necessarily, although he has the skill, he may not have the reactions to his environment that suit a person who has been driving for a long time. Um, and so there are some ways in which he is very much a child. And then there are things like the driving, where it's a big compromise between having mature skills and mature experience while still experiencing being a child and thus having what I would consider to be a compromised psychological age, in that it's a compromise from being an adult and being a child. So, um, although he identifies as five, he is an adult. He has every ability to make decisions like an adult. The thing that is something that is unique to him, or at least different for him than it is for me, is that he has a very strong innocence, joy, optimism, enthusiasm, and other such things that fade over time when you grow up. Um, his creativity far surpasses mine, which, I'm a pretty creative person in general, but he's just got this imagination on him that's pretty astounding in a very good way. Uh, but enough about Connor. Um, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I know I've done more talking than actual gameplay, um, and I'm not happy with that. But I am a little out of it right now, a little annoyed at some different things IRL. Um, so I'm gonna stop the video here, and I think that I will, because there should be enough time in it for this to have been a long video. Uh, but I want to come back to Camp Gonnagetcha the next time, or at least sometime soon. Um, do a few different things, show you guys some of the daily quests, and then Legion Wings. And then I will be going to Darkovia, and I will be doing a playthrough of Darkovia. I will try to read all of the text out loud and interact appropriately. Not that I don't interact appropriately now, but I haven't been very engaged in the story because I've been so excited about sharing this game with people. And in all honesty, trying to make this information available to non gamers. There are lots of gaming YouTube videos out there that are mainly for people who play games, who play video games and online games. And while I do want to appeal to that type of viewer, I do also want someone, like I said in the text of my first video, I want people in my family, people who are friends with, that are not as familiar with this world. And I'm not talking about lore, but the world of gaming. For them to be able to understand, appreciate, and perhaps even gain interest in it. I'm not trying to convert anyone to becoming a gamer, but I am trying to share my enthusiasm and enjoyment with people I care about and with strangers. So I hope that I am doing that. I think that I'll be doing that a lot more when I get better at narrating while playing and during the playthrough of Darkovia, because I think that engaging in the story will create a very different sense of what these videos are. And that is really the direction I'm heading. Um, I know it's taken a lot of videos to get to that point. But as I said, I'm trying to make this information available to people who don't play this game and people who don't game in general. Um, so, with that, I will see you guys later. And I don't know, but I might keep this set of gear on. It is quite fetching, isn't it? That's nice. Okay. Have a great day. And, you know, good feelings in the morning, sweet dreams at night, all those kinds of things. And I honestly don't know if the next video is going to be a Justinius video or if it's going to be Clay starting his new character. Now that we have consent from the company to, and it's because if my separate identities are experiencing the game separately and have separately recorded memories that we can share to an extent, then each of us is only getting a piece of gameplay, a piece of the storyline, a piece of the actual like development of the character, things like that. We're not actually getting to play the game, even though we, not only is it a free to play thing, we've bought the Guardian package. We are very invested in the enjoyment of the game, and it isn't fair for the separate conscious entities, the separate consciousnesses, to not have their own accounts each. Uh, and so I'm explaining that's different than someone just setting up multiple accounts so they can have multiple characters. Uh, Technically, I only have this character, and Connor has a character that I'm doing videos with his permission, but he's the one who actually plays the character. Uh, so, um, when Clay starts his new character, I have no idea what he's going to name it, what it's going to be like. Uh, I imagine he's going to go for the reddish brown hair again, but I don't know. He always does tend to surprise me, not as much as Connor does. I think to a degree, Clay's predictability is existent, even if it's not always consistent. And yes, that was sort of a predictability squared, or a base of predictability. Depends on how you think of it. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Seriously, that guys though, have a lot of enjoyment in life, because life is worth living. Okay, it is time for the daily boss. Let's check it out. I don't know if I've ever seen this daily boss. This